Hi there, 2023 had a ton of games come out this year. Some were really good and really popular, some not so good, and then there were some that just kind of flew under the radar. They were great, but with so many other great games coming out this year, not a lot of people got a chance to play them. So that's what I want to highlight here, the top 10 best hidden gems of this year. And hey y'all, if you are new to the channel, please be sure that you subscribe for some more top 10s, more reviews, more rants, and more news. And as always, hit that like button to show your support. And as you can see, I'm wearing a new shirt, and it says my name in that Dragon Quest style. I love it. I've gone ahead and partnered with Switch Wicked for this shirt. It's going to be selling through the end of the year. It makes a perfect gift for you or your loved one. You can buy it as a baseball tee like this, or as a t-shirt like this in multiple colors. If you do enjoy it, please be sure to click the link below in the video description or the pinned comment, and let's go ahead and get started. Number 10, One Piece Odyssey, released for the PS4, PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC. I've personally never been the biggest fan of anime, but I am a huge fan of JRPGs. And while I did think about watching One Piece whenever this came out, don't hold your breath, because the last true anime I watched was Sailor Moon back in around, 1996 or so when I was in high school. So I really can't speak on the quality of the anime, but I can speak on the quality of this game. Featuring a twist on turn-based combat where each combatant has to fight their own set of enemies, the battle system is wholly unique, and the graphical designs themselves are created by the team behind Dragon Quest XI. Each character has their own unique special abilities and talents, and they can use those inside or out of battle. And it features worlds plucked straight out of the anime show. This is just a blast to explore for fans of the genre, or I guess One Piece fans in general. Number 9, Atelier Ryza 3, released for the PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. I became a huge fan of the Atelier series back on the PS2 with all those spin-offs, but then I fell out of love with them because of the time limits that were introduced on the PS3. Then, though, I heard some great things about the Ryza series, so I jumped in with the first game and I was enamored by it. After beating it, I immediately went on to the second game, and this year, the third game came out, concluding Lent's story. Watching him grow and change over the course of the series, getting bigger and more muscular, while still being such a little teddy bear was such a highlight for me. I just loved seeing him go off on his own journey and break away from his drunken, abusive father to become his own man. A man after my own heart. Number 8, Wandering Sword, released for the PC. This one here caught everybody's eye because it offered an HD 2D experience before many other indie RPGs were doing that. But it kept everybody's attention because it didn't just rely on the good graphics, it's actually, a good game. This is a very unique RPG beautifully combining pixel art with the deep allure of ancient Chinese martial arts culture. And here, you'll be playing as a young swordsman entangled in a massive feud, while you're also off exploring an expansive world filled with bustling towns and picturesque landscapes. Interestingly, you don't just get party members throughout the story, you kinda have to duel them and show them your true strength in order to recruit them. This one's definitely unique, and it is a bit on the challenging side, but it's totally worth it. Number 7, Baten Kaitos Collection Remastered, released for the Nintendo Switch. Oh my gosh! I absolutely adored both of these games back on the Nintendo GameCube, but I thought that they were just lost to history. So no one was more surprised than me to see them get bundled together for a remaster, along with some quality of life improvements. This is an incredibly unique RPG experience, where people live on floating continents and have sprouted wings, and you're able to capture essences of objects into cards, which you'll use both in and out of battle. Those battles are turn-based and they do utilize a card-based battle system, but don't let that throw you off, because the characters are fantastic, the world is just gorgeous, and the plot twists. Oh my god, y'all, you have no idea. These plot twists, they will keep you on the edge of your seat. Number 6, The Legend of Heroes Nayuta Boundless Trails, released for the PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. I first played this game as a Let's Play on my channel, actually when it was first translated for the PSP. And if you think that this plays anything like the other Legend of Heroes games, think again, because this is an action RPG, and it's actually kind of like a Metroidvania one at that. You play as Toa's grandfather, Nayuta Herschel, exploring a world called Lost Heaven, which consists of 4 continents. But the seasons are out of whack, and once you clear the continent, you'll restore it to its original season, and then you can go back through the stages again to find even more hidden secrets. Whirlpools may change to quicksand, or lakes might freeze over depending on the season. There are tons of objectives to accomplish in each stage, which keeps the game fresh, and I think that you're really going to enjoy this one. Number 5. Trinity Trigger, released for the PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. I love the Mana series. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time, and I'm sure that that's nostalgia talking because, here's the deal, people. The series only really had like 3 good games, and those just so happened to be like the first 3 games. All the other games in the Mana series just kept on changing the formula so much that it eventually became unrecognizable. Trinity Trigger, though, seeks to rectify that by becoming a full-on spiritual successor, filled with whimsical locations, a weapon ring system, beautiful towns and dungeons, fun characters, and a pretty interesting storyline too. Though I will be the first to say the storyline does take a backseat to the combat. If there was one thing here that I would change though, it would be to add like a magic system to the game. That one simple addition would elevate this game from a 9 out of 10 to a definite 10 out of 10. Number 4. Silent Hope, released for the Nintendo Switch and PC. Well, this came out of nowhere. It was on my radar for quite a bit of time because I would cover it over in the news, but whenever it came around to the release date, I was just busy with like other projects and I couldn't cover it. It wasn't until I heard my friend Taylor over at the Gaming Shelf going on and on and on about it that I thought, okay, I'm gonna give this thing a shot. And man, am I glad that I did. Normally roguelikes and I don't exactly get along. I mean, like, they're okay, but I don't think that they're great or anything. This, though, just hit all the right buttons for me. There's 7 different party members and 7 different job classes that you can fool around with, and all of them play completely differently from one another. And you can switch your characters around to level them up as you see fit. It's really just a blast to play, even if it is a bit on the grindy side. Number 3. 8-Bit Adventures 2, released for the PC. Call me old, I don't really care, but I grew up on the NES with games like these. Truth be told though, this is a lot more advanced than any NES game I ever played. This is kind of like the NES meets the SNES. But whatever, it's still really cool. Featuring everything that I know and love, like random encounters, turn-based battles, a world map to explore, traditional dungeons, tons of treasures, and a robust equipment system that isn't just like your bare-bones weapons and accessories thing that the big boys want to give you these days. This game is chasing after my own childhood, and I am here for it. Number 2. Labyrinth of Galeria, The Moon Society. Released for the PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Most of the time, I really do steer clear of these first-person dungeon crawling JRPGs. They've just never really been my thing. I've always preferred the overhead style. But this kind of feels like Etrian Odyssey meets Disgaea. I mean, they are made by the same developers after all. So, I can get behind something that has a robust class system, fun, turn-based combat, and on-screen mapping. And just like those 2 great series that I said before, this game does not disappoint. And you might not be aware of it by the title, but this is actually the sequel to Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk, which came out about 7 or so years ago. So if this seems up your alley, be sure to give it a shot. Number 1. Monochrome Mobius, Rights and Wrongs Forgotten. Released for the PS4, PS5, and PC. I cannot tell you how much I love this game. I could go on about it for like a year and a day, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to tell you this. Modern day Grandia. I mean, if that isn't enough to get you into your car and run into the game store, I don't know what else to say. Well, maybe this. Traditional turn-based combat with open regions, filled to the brim with treasures and on-screen encounters. Tons of lively, full towns, side quests galore and secrets to find, not to mention a lovable cast of characters and a really imaginative world to explore. This could very well be the definition of a hidden gem. I really do think that with just like a little bit more marketing, this could have hit like Octopath Traveler 2 level sales, because quite honestly, it is up there in quality with that fantastic game, and I dare say I probably maybe enjoyed this even a little bit more. So that's it for the top 10 best hidden gems of 2023. Did I miss any? Let me know what all your favorites are, and let's get a discussion going on here, and let's all talk and chat about it, because I'm always in the comments too. And if you like what I do here on the channel, please head on over to the Patreon to sign up for early access to my videos and behind the scenes photographs. The link to it is over in the video description. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.